We are so happy to have you all joining us this morning here in the lovely King Mansion. A couple of things just to walk through. I will try not to make this very long-winded today, and if I do, somebody holler or throw something at me. That tends to happen. So first and foremost, before we kind of get into the program, I wanted to welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us here. The whole purpose for our being here today is really to kind of commemorate our official grand opening and ribbon cutting. We've actually been in the space for about a month now. But it's really not official until we pull out the big scissors and cut the ribbon, so that happens today. First and foremost, I'd like to recognize our elected officials that are joining us today and ask if any of them would like to say any words. First, Mayor Pappenfuss.
I'm here.
There's the mayor. Come on up.
Wow, well, this is beautiful. I've had a chance to walk around and see the amazing transformation. I'm so impressed. I wanted to just share some good news with all of you and take the occasion to do so. Obviously, this represents an incredible new investment and faith in the city of Harrisburg here in these offices. But we've had some really good news lately. Building permits are up in the city of Harrisburg, which means more construction, more people investing. Property tax revenue has increased now for the last 2 years, which means, again, people are investing in our environment. We have revenues increasing in terms of earned income tax and local services tax, which means more people are working in the city of Harrisburg. Wages are higher in the city of Harrisburg. And all of this together, I think, is leading to a great sense of optimism, which is inspiring places like Harrisburg University to say they want to build the largest tower in the city's history and invest over $100 million. The courthouse is on its way. The archives is very much under construction. This is really exciting. And as a part of that, home sales are up. And most importantly, small businesses are moving into the city in droves in really every corridor. And that's the backbone of our resurgence. This event today really represents that sort of confidence in the city and hope for the future. And I'm just really pleased that we're on track for a very strong recovery for the city. So congratulations to you, and thank you for your faith in Harrisburg.
Absolutely. Very good. Kind of working our way down the line here. Next, Commissioner Preuss.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I think you'll agree with me. I've never seen or heard the mayor so excited and ecstatic. And I'll tell you what, under your leadership, this city continues to grow by leaps and bounds, and we are in for a really, really good future together. So thank you for all that you're doing. Mark and Tom, thank you for your continued investment in not just Dauphin County, but specifically the city of Harrisburg. I did some research on some of the projects you had. Gettysburg, Elko, Dallas, Dover, those school districts have spoke so highly of the work that you've done there and what you've done in this building as well. I mean, this is truly one of the nicest buildings I've been in the city of Harrisburg since I've been a county commissioner. So I want to thank you and welcome here and welcome onto Front Street. It's also good to be here with Dave Black and my favorite senator, John DeSanto, two guys who are very busy and doing great work on behalf of the residents of Dauphin County as well. And without further ado, I'd like to present this proclamation, if I may, from the Board of Commissioners. Mark? We, the Dauphin County Board of Commissioners, are proud to join K&W and the community at large in cutting the ribbon on the site design for a scenic and spacious new office at 2201 North Front Street in Harrisburg. Whereas since 2005, K&W has provided superior site planning and design, civil engineering, landscape architecture, land survey, and municipal engineering services, as well as permitting and regulatory agency approvals. Whereas from Dauphin County-based Penn State Milton Hershey Medical Center, the Roman Catholic Diocese of Harrisburg, to the Susquehanna Art Museum, K&W has designed some of the biggest projects in our region. Whereas relocating its operations to the heart of Harrisburg reinforces K&W's firm commitment to the city's continued renaissance, as I mentioned before. Therefore, we join with the 270,000 residents of Dauphin County in recognizing the grand opening of K&W's new office at the historic Horace King Mansion in Harrisburg. We deeply appreciate K&W's significant investment in the Capital County and congratulate them on their extraordinary expansion over the years. And in grateful recognition thereof, we do hereby proudly proclaim December 7th, 2017 to be K&W Comes to Harrisburg Day in Dauphin County. Congratulations.
That is going straight on everybody's calendar. Do not forget it next year. That's awesome. And last but certainly not least, Senator DeSanto.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Just a few brief words. I've known the K&W team for a long time, and prior to becoming a senator just about a year ago, I spent 35 years in the real estate development and construction business, and they've been great people to work with, do excellent work. I was very involved with the Bishop McDevitt project, as you all know, so appreciate their help there. And it's really great to see businesses relocating into Harrisburg. As a senator, I'm more attuned to that, and I think the mayor's done a great job, and I know where you guys came from. Your original offices and so on. So it's just great to see him coming in the city, and it's nice to see Harrisburg on the move. So welcome and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so just real quick, a couple of words about why here. So kind of easy to move into a building like this, but I mean beyond that is we had looked for years for wanting to be in the city. I'm a city guy. I've been a city guy. Carry the banner, carry the torch. Will always be an advocate for the city of Harrisburg. We'll echo everything that the mayor has said, and John and Mike, that we are still up and coming and moving. We have a lot of great momentum happening in the city, and unequivocally, we, K&W, wanted to be part of that. So had looked for a while, and we wanted to find a space that kind of respected the history a little bit of the city, but also, as you'll see if you get a chance to walk through our space, to punch it up a little bit and make our space a little bit more current. Plus, we've been fortunate to have a bit of growth this past year. We've actually almost doubled in size in terms of employees in about the last 8 months. So happy to now have 17 full-time employees here at K&W that are, all but 2 of them are city residents, or I'm sorry, are here at our K&W office, and we've got some presence outside the city as well to kind of stretch our reach across Pennsylvania. But this met all those we checked an awful lot of boxes, and the view's not so bad either, so that's kind of okay. Please check that out when you get a chance. It's a little cold today to be out on the balconies, but you're certainly welcome to it. It's a beautiful day to be checking out the river, as is kind of every day. So, but again, just wanted to echo, I mean, we do a lot of work in the city. We love the city. We wanted to have our home base here, and we're proud to be part of it, and a new presence on Front Street. Past that, I guess I did want to make sure we recognize, so there's a lot of folks, and I'm going to try and keep this brief. Some of them weren't able to join us today, but I'd still like to recognize them. So first and foremost, I spent several months, actually a longer time than that, trying to find the right space. Looked at a number of buildings in the city. Chuck Heller from Landmark Realty, who couldn't join us today. Chuck was great. This building was not listed. It was not for sale. He happened to make a connection, called me up, actually shot me a text message with a picture of the building. He's like, do you know this building? I'm like, yeah, like who doesn't know this building? So we went in, we met with the owner, and it just kind of rolled from there, and it was just an absolute perfect fit from the get-go. So to Chuck and his team, a big thanks. I know Cheryl Howard and Chip Wassner here from Orrstown Bank. Cheryl has been our financial expert guru sounding board since we started the business 13 years ago, almost 13 years ago. Has done nothing but treat us extremely well and right. We had a lot of interesting and fun conversations working through the financing, and it all came together very well, but absolutely critical element. Could not have done it without the folks from Orrstown. Dave will speak a little bit later, but Melissa Stone and Dave Black from Harrisburg Chamber and Creedic, helped us with some financing to fill in some gaps, and I mean, creative things, helped us find the right way to get this thing to happen. I will be honest, this was not the size building that I was looking for, so it was a little bit more of a reach than we were expecting, but fortunately, we're able to get there. Moving past that point to get into the design, where's Chris Dawson? Chris Dawson Architects. I really wanted to engage somebody who had a city presence. Chris is located down on 2nd Street, but also that had a good feel for, again, this kind of juxtaposition of respect the history, but also kind of punch it up with something new and interesting. And I think Chris nailed that, and we've come away with just a beautifully designed and executed space. Jessica Jack from Rieslauer, Patrick & Scott just crushed it with our interior design. If you haven't, when you get a chance to walk around, I'm like super enamored with the bathrooms. They look awesome. We've got some cool tile in there. The way our furniture played out, our color schemes. I'm a dopey engineer. I don't know anything about that stuff, so Jess was great to kind of lay out some palettes and help us figure out the right way to go. So just killed it, and thank you, Jess. Beth Haynes, I don't think Beth is here. Beth, sorry, there's Beth from Phillips. With our office furniture, this is a pretty significant investment for us. It made our move a lot easier because we just had new furniture here, so we just show up. But was very flexible and adaptable for a somewhat changing construction schedule. So thank you very much, Beth, for making this happen. And again, It's the type of collaborative, cool space that we wanted. Everybody loves, and you have to go check them out. All the desks are sit-stand desks, so you can push a button and they go up. So everybody loves them. All the cool, like, ergonomic stuff we kind of cooked into that. Construction, and I don't think Nate's here. Anybody from Centurion? I don't think they could make it. These guys were brilliant. So Centurion Construction, they're based out of Lewisberry. I've known Nate Book, the owner, for 15 years. He is one of the most stand-up, honest, genuine, ethical guys and contractors you'll ever meet. They walked in here into a situation where an old building like this inherently is going to have some things that pop up when you start pulling walls away, and this was no exception. They adapted, they moved, we pushed, we pulled, and they did it most times with a smile on their face, and we got to the finish line, and they did just a killer job. It looks seamless. I mean, they cross T's and dot I's. I would recommend them to anybody. And just to recognize their guys, Gary Stein and Ryan Newcomer. Ryan was our boots on the ground guy. He was here every day at probably 6 or 6:30 in the morning, just making sure stuff got done. And along the way, JC, from the Higher Information Group, critical in our move. So moving an operation is never easy and generally not fun. JC and his guys, through a whole range of services, helped us make it just absolutely painless. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. It was painless for me. So JC orchestrated that. A lot of it was our IT stuff and getting all of our servers moved so that it was an absolutely seamless transition to get us up and running quickly. We shut down in our old office at 4 o'clock on a Thursday night. 8 o'clock the next morning, guys were producing drawings. So there was no downtime, which takes me to our K&W staff, who has been amazing with the transition, the move. Everybody was excited. Of course, we wanted to be here. We tried to keep everybody in the loop of, hey, here's what's coming next. Here's what we're doing. They pitched in. Folks came after hours. They did what they needed to do to get ready. Most importantly, were Cheryl and Caitlin. Put your hands up. Cheryl and Caitlin, I'm going to embarrass you a little bit right now. Caitlin, oh, bummer. So the reason it was seamless and painless for me was because Cheryl and Caitlin just carried the ball. I mean, killed it. Like, everything you could possibly imagine, because there is no way that should have gone as smoothly as it did. So I will always be thankful for them. We've mentioned it a few times. I'm going to mention it a few more. They killed it. And I mean, just absolutely. Cheryl basically runs this place. I show up. It's kind of how it works. So, and again, a big thanks to the staff, because I know it's kind of painless, and we hit the ground running. Fortunately, we're so busy right now, we didn't have time for downtime, and it didn't happen. So that was huge, and very thankful for making that happen. With that, I'm going to stop yakking and introduce David Black up next to talk about whatever Dave would like to talk about.
Thank you, Mark. First, I have to do a couple of recognitions. Mark and Tom as well. Tom is on our board, on our Creedic board, and also Chip Wasson with Worstown Bank is on our, there you are, on our chamber board. But what you just heard from Mark was it's really kind of chamber and Creedic 101. It's really about the impact not only of K&W moving in here and the investment, but every other business that was involved in this and the investment in the community. You know, we recently did that Amazon proposal, and that got a lot of ink. But really what we focus on, our priorities are retaining the companies and businesses and jobs that we have and helping them expand. And that's what's so exciting about a project like this. And the venue is really, really beautiful, and everything here has really worked out very, very well. But it's the impact in the community, and it's bringing life back to the city. And like speakers before me, I do want to compliment the mayor. One of the best pieces of news we had was when you introduced your budget. No tax increase, big surplus, lots of projects going on. That is good. Harrisburg, through that kind of news coverage, that is a story to the world, that Harrisburg is not only back, but we're back with a vengeance, and we're going to go out and we're going to kick some butt. So we're very, very excited about that. Congratulations to you and your team. That's some good work in the city. But we're here to celebrate K&W's success today, and K&W has been a longtime partner of us. They've done a lot of projects for us, helping us along. We need a little bit of engineering work here or there. They're always available. They are a great corporate citizen for our region, and it's so good to have them right here in the city, just a few blocks south of our office. I do want to mention Melissa McLaughlin, who's our VP on the Creedic side, was supposed to be here. As Mark mentioned, we were able to put together some creative financing. And when we do a financing project, it's not just what we do on staff that involves it. Everybody that's behind me here has been involved with this. We're involved in partnership with the city. We're involved with partnership and financial support from Dauphin County. The money that we lent started with state government, and it's a revolving loan fund. It's our enterprise zone fund. So everybody you see here is involved with this. Economic development is a team effort. We had the chance to package it, and I will shout out about Melissa Stone. She got very, very creative with this, probably pushed the barriers of what we're supposed to do with it, but it's all legit, and we set up something very nice to help this project. It's all legit, I assure you. Everything's in good shape, but the one thing that we've learned over time is to try to be as creative as we can with the programs that are available, and fortunately, this worked out very, very nice, and we're able to do more and more projects like this. So. We learn, and we continue to learn, and we continue to invest. So on behalf of all of us and our membership at the Chamber in Creedy, Mark, congratulations to you, and I think we're probably ready to do the official ribbon cutting.
3, 2, 1. Three, two, one.